In this video, we're going to take a look at a really cool extension from Web357. Yeah, I know, it's not the plan I announced on Monday, but we'll talk about that too. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too, and thanks for tuning in to Watch Me Work live stream number 58 here in the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel. Yes, on Monday I said that today we would look at the difference between a custom layout override and oh my goodness. Anyways, which is why I'm not doing the video. I got so confused last night. An alternate layout for custom fields as opposed to doing a layout override. And we'll talk about that more, but I could not figure it out. And so I thought today I would fall back on a topic I've been planning, and that is this extension from Web357. So let's turn our attention over there. We're going to take a look at it. Take a look at some of the features, setting it up, and of course we're going to have chat afterwards. So change my screen here, and the other thing I want to do is bring up chat. Hello everybody. Hello Brian. Good to see you in chat here this morning. If you're watching live, please say hi. Give the video a like so that others can find it. And I will also stop the stream here on my other screen here, so that we can see what's going on. All right, so here we are at the basicjoomla.com/giveaways. Haven't yet picked the winner for November. Head on over, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't, and enter to win some of these prizes. All of these prizes if you win, plus one from Theme Expert, Quix Page Builder. All right, so the extension we're going to look at today is from Web357. It is it's a paid extension, but like many paid extensions, if this is something that you need, it's going to save you time and effort and pay for itself just in that. And it is this extension, login as user. So I think many of us have had the experience where we've been helping someone on our website and we've been building and they say, oh, I can't, when I log in, I don't see that link, or that course is not available to me, or it says I can't read that document. And they think, oh, I wish I could see what they see. Maybe even go and change their password so you can log in as them. And then, of course, that messes them up. They have to reset their password. It's a headache. This is a really great extension that will allow you to log in as the user. Let's see. Who else? Valerie says hi. Ivor, Brian. I already said hi to Brian. Abmano. Abmano Marketing OG Web Support. Mary says every time you work on a site you manage that uses Focal Gallery, you watch my 2014 video to remind. Yes, I watch my own videos to remind myself of things as well when I forget. And hello, Vinny. All right, so log in as user. All right, in fact, right from the beginning, let's just check this out. Plans and pricing. I wonder how much this one is. Log in as user. Single extension, 29 euros, and then they have other plans here. That's for 1 year. Pro extension. So look at this, a standard for a personal website. You get all of their stuff. Check that out. All right, so here we are. I've got no secrets.basic Joomla happening here. And I said hi, Vinny. I think I did. Okay, let's go and install it. I already have it downloaded to my site, so to this particular site. We'll go and install it, and I'm going to upload the package, which means I need to go to my Joomla 3 folder here, and that's their cookies policy thing. I think maybe I have them further down here. There we go, Web357. Login as a user. And I wonder if they have a free version because it's named Pro. Let's just check this out here. Joomla extensions. Login as user, version marks. Let's see, with this view demo, just so that I know. Let's view the extensions page. So view plans and pricing. It doesn't look like they have a free version for this one. All right, anyway, so I've installed it here. So next what we're going to do is go to components, and we're going to go to Web350. Log in as user. There it is, right here. Hello, Phil. Yes, you can log into, Phil says you can log in as any user too on the settings page. You mean any user on the site, Phil? Is that true? I did not know that. We'll have to check into that. And hello, Phil. I've also been Christopher. No, it's not Christopher. It's something. His last name is Crystal Doulas, I think. Anyways, we're going to be working on. Been talking to him about doing some just some demo videos for his site. Yes, only super users. That's right, Phil. That's what I was thinking. That would be a cool feature. I don't know if it's possible or not. But you have this option here that you can then, when you're in the users, manage. I'm not showing this very smoothly right now. I'm talking too much about scattered things. When you go to your user manager, you'll see that here in this column it says log in as the username. I am author, or log in as Cybersalt. Now, if I were to log in as Cybersalt to the front end of the site, I can just click, and that's me. Let's log in I am author. I click on that, and I will then see the profile, in this case, for I am author. I could go in and edit their profile, but I can also see everything that's available to them. So I have two categories up here at the top, old category, new category. Let's hide this from this user. All right. So we will go to menu, and then we're going to take a look at some of the settings inside this this extension. We'll go to menu, we'll open up in a new tab, and here's the new category menu. I'm going to say that it is only accessible. Can you see this? Oh, it's just behind my picture, so you probably can't see it. Let me turn this off here. There we go. So back here, I'm going to change this menu item so it's only accessible by people who are in the group special. All right. Let's see. We'll kind of do this on the fly here. And oh, look, I don't even have a category separated selected for this. Okay. So now when we refresh here, this new category link will probably disappear. Yeah. So the beauty of this is, let's say that the I am author user says, hey, when I log in, I can't see the new category that I'm supposed to be able to see. And you go, what the what? And so you go, oh, I wonder what he sees or she sees when they log in. So you log in as I am author, and it's like, oh my goodness, of course they don't, where is that link? Sneeze coming. Excuse me. Where is that link? And so you can think, oh, I better solve this problem. So you go back to your menu and you say, oh, this is only visible to people who have access to special. Well, I better go back to I am author, and let's add them to a group. And I don't have a group called special, but for demonstration purposes, I'll make them a super user. Do not make people a super user so they have extra access to your site. I'm just doing this so that it would demonstrate how if you assign them to the proper group, you will get to see what they're seeing. So anyways, I'll save their changes, which means they can probably log in. Or they're already logged in. I'll refresh. And look, oh, it shows up. And then you can email the person and say, hey, sorry, one of the settings was off. You can now log in. And you've been able to do it without changing their password or calling them up and say, well, what do you see? Can you click here, log in, look, or try this? You just logged in as them, and it was super easy to do. Now, let's just fix that little example there. We got new category. Let's say that you have to be, I don't have any access, really have any access group set up here. Let's say that you have to be registered to see it. Of course, that would make sense anyways because they're going to be in. I think you get the idea. This is a great tool for logging in and seeing what your users see. Let's take a look at some of, and I don't have chat up here to see what you're saying. Will log in as be visible for users other than super users? Good point, Abmano. And Abmano Marketing, I think it's just for first time on the live stream today, right? So is your name Abmano, or is that the name of your business. And if I'm missing that you've been here before, I apologize. Yes, let's look at the settings here. Components, login as a user, and we can go to settings in the left-hand corner here. Yes, okay, Bibby, I recognize that. I apologize for not remembering. That long name of your YouTube account didn't register with me. All right, so here we are in the settings for that. And so you will see here, there's a version check. Now, you can select which system that you want to log into as well. Joomla, K2, and Extended Reg. I don't know what that is. I would love to have a community builder there because I use community builder. In fact, I have another site that I put this on that uses community builder, but I actually go into the Joomla user list and then log in as them, and it still works for me to see their community builder stuff. So here, if you want to, if anytime someone logs in as another user, if you want to be informed, or an admin should be informed, you can, yes, she, there you go, Vinny. Bibby is she. She's a she. You can put in an email address, and anytime this gets used, someone will get an email that you designate. After they have logged in, you can set a redirect URL. So notice that we went right to users, the profile. If you wanted to change that to see what it looks like, you could set it as the home page just to see what they're seeing. Display text as, so log in as, that's the text that shows up. In fact, let's just go in here, open up another window, administrator window tab here. All right, we'll go into there. So users and manage. So this is where you can change the login as words that appear. So you could actually change that to pretend to be. Now here you have a box for custom CSS, which allows you to change the CSS of what this button looks like here. And then we get on to a description that just describes the tutorial, describes the extension, and then assign multiple admins to specific user groups. All right, so in this case, you can enable login as user for a user group. So if you don't want people who are guests using it, of course you would disable that. If you want people who are managers, you can disable it. In fact, if you do, and there's only one that you want to assign, you can click in here and it brings up the list of users. Of course, I don't have managers, I just have super users. And then, so we can disable that, and the administrator, and that, and even the author group. So you have a lot of control over who can do this and give them opportunity to use that tool. Otherwise, they will not see it. In fact, if I disable this for super users, I don't know why you would do that, but this is everyone. I think this should disappear. Look at that. Yeah, you're not authorized to use the login as user functionality for this user group. So you can control who is able to actually use it. They will see that there is something there that they don't have access to, but it is a tool. It will be there. So Imran, hello, good to see you today. All right, so let's enable that again, and let's go save, which means when we refresh back here, it comes back that we can log in as that. Now, what else do we have? Any other settings here about Web357? That's it. But this is a really handy dandy little plugin, little extension that I've been enjoying using, saving me some time. And like I said, we're talking about me doing a couple of videos for some of their different extensions. And I was already using it, and I thought it'd be a good topic just to show. I'm going to end up doing something more polished for them. But I thought I'd share that with you. I was going to do that one day anyways. Anyway, so we'll continue to chat now. But if that's what you guys came here to see, you've seen it. And I want to thank you for tuning in today. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And then ring that bell to get notifications of new live streams and uploads that are happening on the channel. You won't always get notifications, but they eventually will show up for you. So if you're leaving now, thanks for watching. Enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless. And for those of you that are staying, thank you for staying. So here's the deal. In fact, let me just bring up my notes because I can explain what I was wanting to show today. Where are they? I was all super prepared. I was sitting up last night. Oh, that's somewhere else. That's in a, what screen am I showing right now? All right, let's go. That's actually in a Google Drive. And we'll get to it. I'm trying out the G Suite, and it's not too bad. Although, I did, oh my goodness, where's the file from yesterday? Copy statement, that's not it. Taking the management package 404 not found. Huh, it's gone somewhere. Anyways, darn, I was so organized too. Let me get chat back up here so I can read the mocking. Eric, yeah, go ahead, ask a question. Distract me from this lost look that I have. A question about login notices for restricted content. Fire away. And I will look for what I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. Okay, Eric, while you're asking that question, here's what I was trying to do for today, you guys. Last week we saw when Vinny was showing us how to do the slideshow in UIKit using custom fields. And then after a long process and some help from Chayton coming on, we got Bootstrap 4 slideshow working. But in doing a custom field layout override, doing a custom field override for the repeatable fields, we figured out that we had changed repeatable fields, the layout for however it would be used, because we could not get the alternate layout to show up in the drop-down for the custom fields. So I asked Daniel Dubois and Mark DeChevre, I tweeted asking why this wasn't working. And so then Mark explained to me that with custom fields, if you do an override, it changes the field for everything. But if you want to do, and let me just read it here, an alternate layout for a custom field, you can have lots of those. And indeed, he gave me a link to a Regular Labs tutorial on how to do that. And I was able to get other alternate layouts to show up in that drop-down. But I could not get the slideshow working. And I was a little bit confused exactly how the, in the coding, where things should go. And and so about 2:30 in the morning, I thought, oh my goodness, I've got to get some sleep. I will revisit that, and I will just jump ahead and show you log in as user. So that's what happened. So we will visit that again. The other thing too is, as far as repeatable fields, I know, we know that they're going away for Joomla 4, and so I would like to talk to someone and get them to show me how to use the new subforms, which apparently are available can be used in 3.9, if I understand correctly, just to spend the time getting that up to speed so everyone can use them and we can try these other things. It's all good because in recent weeks, as you know, we've been really learning about custom layouts, custom fields, and template overrides. So I think that's all good. It's all collective stuff, but while we're accumulating knowledge, it would be good to be doing something current. So anyways, long story short, I came up short last night trying to figure that out. And I thought we could figure it out together here today, but I didn't want to start out with that because then it becomes, then the beginning is messy, and ain't got no time for that. Some people would say when it comes to subscribing. I also don't have chat here, so let's see. All right. Also, Phil, you're listening. Phil, do you know? Can you tell me? Subforms, the custom fields that are replacing the custom field that's replacing repeatable fields in Joomla 4. Is it possible to use it in Joomla 3.9? All right. While I wait for that, here's Eric's question. Valerie says, great extension. Once again, your episode's right on target with what I was working on this morning. Love when that happens. I love when that happens too, because I just want to be like Thomas the Tank Engine. I want to be a useful engine. Eric asks, so if you have an article that is for logged in users only, how do you get Joomla to not just notify them that it is for logged in users, but provide them a login form so they can log in without having to go back to a menu? So if I understand your question right, excuse my nibbling too, by the way. I had a breakfast meeting this morning. I had bacon and rye toast, but I have to eat a little bit towards the end of the morning because that's going to quickly crash. So Eric, if I understand your question, when someone clicks on a link and they see that the content is not available because they have to be logged in, you would like them to have a login form right away instead of just saying you can't see this because you're not logged in. Am I right about that? Okay. All right. How would we do? So you want, and you said absolutely. So you just want to expedite the user's ease of logging in when they are trying to get to protected content. All right. Yes, conditional content was something that I was thinking about. You could do that for an article. So let me just make a note about that as one thing we could look at. Let's make the situation happen. Change the language file to add a link to the login page. You could do that. Mary says second for conditional content. I'm thinking a re-replacer would work really well, because conditional content you'd have to have in every article. But re-replacer you could actually change. So let's try a few things here. This will be good. Now I bet you I'm not showing you my screen right now. No, good save. All right. Let's do this on no secrets. Okay. All right. Let me get rid of my Google Drive thing here. Okay. Now, get rid of a few screens here. Let's not have I am author as a super user. And so now, let's create a menu. Let's make a new article. And we'll call this, you have to be logged in. You have to be logged in. And we will do I have dummy content down here? Yep, we'll just make an article, do some paragraphs, and we'll insert that content. Okay. And to do this, you can only see this when you are logged in. All right, so now over here we are going to go to the access and say registered, and we're going to go save and close. In the menu, you will go over here and close this. In the menu, main menu, I'm going to make a new item, read this. Okay, and I'm going to make it to a single article. All right, so I went menu, articles, single article type. And I'm going to select the you have to be logged in article. And we'll save and close that. All right, so let's refresh, make sure I'm still not logged in. Okay, so I'm logged in as author there. Now, why did that... Main menu. No secrets. Why is that? Oh, wait. Did I name that read this? Okay, I gotta keep track of what I'm doing here. So here's the link. We click read this, and it says you're not authorized to view this resource. All right, that's what I wanted to get the text for, because I'm going to now do this. Let me just catch up on things here. You could add it to layout, especially if you use easy layouts. Okay, that's another method. And then Imran, you think the simple way to do this via user permission parameter and assign different user group to different permission levels? Yeah, that's how to control it. So what Eric wants is that when someone gets this message, they get a link that says, go ahead and log in here. So why don't we have a couple options here. Let's go to components and replacer. All right, and let's make a new replacer. So this is from Regular Labs. I'm going to select this, and in fact, let's just do this. I'm going to go view page source, and I'm going to search for authorized. And here, div class alert message, you are not authorized to view this. Oh, in fact, here, yeah, you're not authorized to view this resource. Okay. I could have copied it there. I just want to see what code was happening. So, so we'll call this not authorized. You have to give it a name. So it's going to search for any time that this text, you're not authorized to view this resource, shows up, and it's going to replace with this. Please log in to see it, to access it. And now I'm going to put a paragraph mark, because we put in some of that. And then here's what I'm going to do. We got now I'm going to do this. I'm going to go into an article, content articles, add new article. And I'm going to get this code for embedding a module. And so just using the module at the bottom here, I want to embed the login module. There it is, login form. And I want it to be sent. All right, so I'm going to copy that code there. Go back to replacer. And I'm going to put the embed code there. Now I want all this centered, so I'm going to go put an end centered tag there. And I'm going to do this, center, center. So basically what I've set up here is so that you're not authorized to view this resource. Anytime that appears, it will replace it with, you are not authorized to review this resource. Please log in to access it. Put a period there. And then load the module ID. Imran, replacer looks for something and replaces it with something else. So I'll give you another example once I get this working here. So I'm going to save this. Now, when we refresh this here, oh, load module ID 16. All right, so almost. Now, let's see. Why does that plugin not work in there? Huh. Now that should work there. Let's just try, well, first of all, let's make sure that this is working. Load module 16. Load module. I'm going to save that. I'm going to make it featured. It's uncategorized, featured, save. And I'm going to go home. And it does load the module there. So that's okay. I'm on the right track. Yes, Emran, yeah, we really, I agree with you. Regular Labs is really great. So why does this load module 16 not work here? Interesting question. I wonder if it has something to do with search areas, body. Can you turn on process plugins for replacer? Yes. Is there, am I missing that somewhere? In the options. Only between start to limit tags, publishing assignments. Enable an area feeds admin edit forms. Strip path through. I do not see process plugins for replacer. Let's try this here. Logan. This should load it twice. Let's see. Okay, so that is just not loading inside of replacer. Content load modules plugin enabled. It, I think it is, Valerie, because that's the module being loaded there. It's because I'm using this in replacer. Huh. Let me just do one thing quick here. Hey, I just asked Peter this. Hey, should and oh, you know what? Yes, all right. I don't need to ask him that because it just dawned on me. The reason that that is not getting replaced is because it's already it is already past the point of processing that replacement. Aha. So yes, so that almost worked. All right, so before we go any farther, let me just show Imran what this extension does. Imran replacer does this. Let's make a new one. You just have to give this. We'll just give this a title for keeping it last demo. If I do this, type GHJKL. Basically, I'm telling this extension will look anywhere in the content for GHJKL, and it will replace it with something else. And here we can go, this is what you see. All right. And so if we save that, now we can go to this article here, and this is the following will not be the letters we just typed in, but they will be replaced. All right. And then we're going to paste those letters there and we'll center them. I'll fix my spelling there. And so what rereplacer will do is when it sees GHJKL, it will replace it with, this is what you see. All right, so too many tabs open again. Save and refresh. So you see, Imran, this is what you see. Instead of us seeing GHJKL, this is what you see. Now what we could do is we can, in this article, we could put some HTML in here as well. So I'm going to close that, and we're going to go content, articles. We'll just add a new article, and I'll just show you. I'm going to take this, and you can do a lot of cool things here. Yeah, for instance, here's a picture of that cat. We'll insert it and center it. I can then view the code, can copy all that code, and I can put that in the replacer as well. And save, and then when we refresh, the cat picture will show up. And this is really a really neat extension because, of course, anywhere you have that code, you can change it all at once across all your sites. So if I have this cat picture on 4 pages and I want to change it to a dog picture, all I have to do is change it in rereplacer. That's just the tool that does. Vinny votes for a language file since it's core and doesn't require a third-party extension. All right, let's go to the language file. Extensions, language. Yeah, it is really, really handy. Overrides. All right, section name overrides. What are we looking for? We are looking for authorized. All right, let's search for authorized. AUTHORISED. Maybe you're going to go new. Sorry, I haven't been in here for a while. A location for the site, language constant. Over here we searched for authorized. AUTHORI. Authorized. All right. And we will search, and it has to be an S in this case. And here we have, please log in to confirm that you are authorized to activate new accounts. You're not authorized to activate new accounts. You're not authorized to view this resource. So we click on that, and it fills in the language constant here. And now we can put the text that goes in there. And that is where we want to put what did oh, that's a replacer thing. Let's go cancel and components, replacer, not authorized, and I'm just going to grab this text here. Let's see if this works. All right, so now we're going to paste that text and HTML. I don't know if you can put HTML in there. We'll see. I'm going to save that. Go home. Click read this. Oh, and I have to turn off that replacer. It looks like the load module is not happening in there either. Yeah, I didn't load module or load position. Doesn't look like you can. Yeah, that answers that question. So, of course, we always have this option to do this. Login. Does that take? Okay, so we have this URL login. Module will not load on language file. Yeah. All right, so let's go back to this language over. Well, first of all, let's make some HTML for ourselves here. I want a okay, content articles. Add new article. I just want a window open. I want to make a link. Control V. There's the link to the login. In fact, let's just go here. Control X to log in. Click here. And we'll go like that. We'll paste the URL. And we will insert that. And here we go. We'll grab this code here. Now we'll go back to our language file. Okay, load position will load a module position inside your article. We'll take a look at that too. Now I'm going to take out this load module ID. Right, and put this link there. We'll save that. Now we'll go back to one of these things here. Come on now, read this. And now we get to log in, click here. Now this is the old replacer thing here, so let's just unpublish that. All right, so Eric, there's a way that you could do that by doing the language override. And I kind of went through the language override really quickly, so if you want to see how to do that again, just let me know. But here is the, you're not authorized to view this resource. Please log into Access. To log in, click here. And of course, then that would take you to the page with the login where they could actually log in. Eric, or anybody, if you want to see that language override again, let me know, and I'll go through it slower. Okay, so you can load a position like header. Yes, let's check out load position. All right. Let's go to, hey, Chuck. Chuck says, yes, just got here. Yes to what? Was that about the language override? I'll watch for that to catch up. Okay, sure, the override. Okay, yeah, let's do that again then. Language overrides. I'm going to close. Let me just go in here. And this is the HTML. All right. So I'm going to close this. And then I'm going to delete that. We'll do it over again. But I'm also going to, I wonder if you guys can hear the construction outside my house. They're grinding something. Oh, I know what they're grinding. They are. Oh, yes, sirree. Yep. They're cutting up the end of my driveway, the concrete. All right, so let's take a look at language overrides. You could always go in and change a language file to make to change the what is appearing in language. But then if you update Joomla, it gets lost. So if you go to extensions and languages, you get this option here. Here's your languages that are installed on your site or administrator. And then content languages. This is the language that is available for your content. And then you have the overrides. And here you can make an override for, let's take this out here. You can make an override for a certain language string in the language. So let's make a new language override. And let's take a look for something fun in the background, in the front to change. Create an account. Let's see if there's a language, there's somewhere in Joomla where this is in English in a language file, and it could be changed to something, say in French or whatever language files we have. So let's search for create an account. What we do is we type, so we've clicked new to create an override. Now we search for create. The word create. We could even do create if we want it. And we're going to search for the value or constant. So let's search for where the value is what is actually in the language value. Now look, we have all these occurrences of create, right? So we wanted to see create an account. So let's see, create, and let's search for an. And now it rules it down, create an account. So in the program, in the PHP files, wherever it says com users registered default label in the coding, it replaces with create an account. Now, if you're using a language file that's another language, it would replace com users registered default label with the French equivalent or the Spanish equivalent. So we're going to override that anywhere that com users registered default label is used, we're going to change that. So I'm going to click on it, and right away it fills in the language constant. That's so that's like the X of let X equal. In this case, this equals create an account. And now we can say get an account. Or you could use something, join today. And an exclamation mark. Now when I save that, anywhere in the template that this language constant is used, that text will be shown. So we go to the front page and refresh. Oh, it made a liar out of me. Okay, why not? Join today. Text, join today. Should have worked, so we don't need the replacer open right now. Let me Control Shift R. Now maybe is that because that's in a module? Let's see. All right, just a sec. We'll let's see where. Obviously, that's not the language. I did everything right except it doesn't work. Search for com user. Let's see. Did I miss the create n? Oh, So here's my mistake. This is com users register default label. This is mod login register. Module. So I've changed it in com users. That means if I go up here and go cancel and users manage, somewhere in there I've changed it. What I really wanted to do was change it in the module. So let me just do this here, because mod login register. So I'm going to click that. Now I'll paste that in there. So again, it's all fiddly stuff and you gotta read. Now when we go and refresh, we see join today. And so any of the language in any of the things in Joomla that have language are that using language that have a language constant, you can override and put whatever you want in there. So what we did in the case of this here, read this, we know that somewhere it says you are not authorized to view this resource, because this is something in the core of Joomla. It's not a module a custom module that we've made. It's not something that was added in, although certainly if it's in a language, it's got to be in a language file somewhere, probably, unless someone typed it in, which is bad practice. Because if you make a module and it's being used on a Spanish site and it comes up and you've hard-coded English, you're defeating your purpose. So you want to use these constants. So what we did was this. Okay, I just looked for the word authorized. So let's go close and go new. And now we're going to search over here, authorized. just look for, well, if we look for author, there's going to be a ton of stuff, right? Too much. So let's go ISED. And then we've got, so COM users registration, activation, ACL admin, nope, not that one. It's going to be, you are not authorized to view this resource. J error alert no author, okay? So we click that. And then we, yeah, so it's not, we've seen that it's not going to work to put in a module in that site, the login module using the place, but we can use this, we can use HTML, and that's what we were using before, where we put in, and I centered this, you're not authorized to view this resource, please log in to access it. And then here we've got the link to login URL to log in here, and we click save. And so now when we refresh, we get the login link. And you can, it's just a way of changing this error message that shows up here. Vinny's got a good point about using re-replacer for this because it has to be run every time. So if you're doing it in core, yes, I don't think it probably takes that much time, but still the less things are happening in the back end, that is good as well. How about how about creating a custom HTML, load re-replacer, and then load the module? Yeah, we might even be able to change the order that these things are being processed, but the language file, the language override is probably the most elegant thing to do because it's just, you've just customized it. And once, if you can do something in one step instead of taking 3 steps, then that is probably better. So Eric says he thinks that's what he wants to do. That's the best solution. And I've never thought about including HTML and language files either. But yeah, that's pretty nice one. You could even you could even put a little image or something in there. Of course, the other way that you can affect this, well, I mean, this is an error CSS, so you could assign different things to it, an image or an icon or something, change the format. But this, by putting the HTML in here, would actually, you could have something really customized, like an image or other things. All right, so let's look at this article here. All right, article managers. What have we got on the front page of this site here? Notice I'm breaking this site today and not mine. All right, load module. Okay, so let's go to this load module article. Now we've got the cat picture in there. And that's because we have GHJKL, which is being replaced in re-replacer. So let's take that out. So we have down here, this code here, load module, down at the bottom. And we can search for one of these modules to put in, and let's put in the login module, login form. So load module ID 16. All right. So then what happens when we do that? We refresh the page and we get the module loading in that article. And so that's kind of cool. Any module you have, you can basically put inside you can put inside an article, you could put it inside a custom HTML position on a template. Yes, you can use HTML in re-replacer in the Pro version. Yeah, you can replace with HTML, but I think searching HTML is something different. Now, let's take a look at load position. Load position, is that core? Is load position core to Joomla? Let's see. Load position. And what is the position that we're going to load? Extensions, manage, templates. Let's go modules. Here's our positions. Here's our, let's see, user menu. No, we're going to user menu. Let's go search, position -0. Let's try that. position -0. See if that works. Yeah, there it does. So now we have put the module position -0 in an article. And the font that we used for that, or the code that we used for that, was load position and then module name. And the nice thing about, well, so you can add a bunch of modules there. Let's suppose that you have something over on the right hand side. Imran, 2 in the morning. Have a good sleep. Thanks for tuning in today. Have a good rest at the end of your day of long journey. All right, so if there was like a particular module over somewhere that you wanted, and you could put it inside your article, and you can add a bunch of things because it's a module position. So for instance, let's make a copy of here, let's make a new module, and let's do a custom. Let's do system. Custom, and we will call this another module in the article, and that's blah blah blah. Grab this. Let's put an image in there. Let's do the goat this time for Mary. We'll center it. And then what else did we, we want to assign the position. Position, and it's 0. Position 0 in asteroid, no, protostar. There we go. Position 0. It says search. That's just a name, but let's save this. And now when we refresh, we can expect to see the search module and the goat module. Oh, we see it at the top because this is position 0 on the template, but we also see it in the article. Now this is, a really cool thing that you can do is this. Remember we put the, so we've got the goat in the position 0. So this is getting shown twice on a page. You wouldn't do that. But why don't we do this? Why don't we go to that custom module of the goat. And now let's create a module. Goat. A module position called goat. All you have to do is type it in, hit enter, and it is a module position. We'll save it. Now watch what happens. What's going to happen here? Ain't going to get no goat. No goat anywhere. But we can go into our article and we can say, hey, load position goat, please. And save. And now when we refresh, that's a module position. Notice it's no longer up here in the search position, which is position 0. This is the module position goat. But goat does not exist anywhere in this template in Protostar. So you can create module positions. You can create modules just for content that will only appear somewhere that you want, and you can put them in an article. So that's kind of cool as well. So this could be, so for instance, sometimes maybe you want to have an article and you want to display a calendar module right underneath it. Well, instead of saying, check the calendar on this side or click here for the calendar, you can just say, here's the current events, blah, 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 and display the calendar right in by doing that, loading that position. And of course, in some template frameworks, you can actually create the module position on the fly and name it and put it somewhere in there, so you can actually have goat that's something on down the right hand side. So yeah, that's another cool feature as well. Does load position work in language fields? Files, I would say no, but why don't we try it just for fun? It's not going to hurt to try. It's free. Language overrides. Control V. All right, let's save that. Go back here. We'll click on read this. No, we just get load position goat. Yes. Now Vinny's idea of putting oh, it's just left my brain. The template thing. He's gonna type it here, and it's. Oh, I know it too. He's typing it down below probably before I see it. Easy layouts. There you go. I beat you, Vinny. In easy layouts, you could create something. Yeah, easy layouts. Yeah, I got you. A snippet. Yeah, well, let's try snippet. What would the snippet look like? Since we're experimenting. Anyways, in easy layouts, you could create something that only appears if someone is viewing. Basically, you would create it so that if someone is not logged in, it shows if they're on a certain page. And if they are logged in, it won't show. Same thing with conditional content, which we could see as well. Yeah, snippet would have the load position. I think you're right. I think nothing's getting processed there. Well, let's look how to do it with conditional content. Okay, so let's close this. And it's read this that we want this to show up on. All right, so we've got the language file there. What do we want to do? We want to make everything visible in there conditional. All right. So why don't I just do this? For now, I'm going to go to this language override. I'm going to, I can't unpublish it. So we'll just ignore it for now. We're going to go into articles. Yes, conditional content and easy layout, so you don't have to put the code in every article. That is true. But there's also a really cool way that you could use regex to put that at the beginning of every article using re-replacer. But yeah, that's just while since we're looking at things, let's look at conditional content. Let's go to Regular Labs Extension Manager. Just so we know what's there, we're going to install conditional content. And there we go. And now we'll go to our content and our article, which is you have to be logged in. Now, first thing that we'll do is we'll change the access level in this to public. Yeah, you think I replied too much on re-replacer? Maybe. But I'm saving up brain knowledge. I have to learn the other stuff, then I will. I'll show you a really cool example of re-replacer, though, that's approved by Peter himself. All right, so first of all, let's save this here. Now, read this is now no longer protected. You can now see it even if you're not logged in. But what we're going to do is this. Down here at the bottom, we put in conditional content. I'm going to go copy. And now I'm going to do this. The content, I want this hidden. Hide the article. Hide the article from people that are guests, all right, and public. All right, so I'm basically what I'm saying is hide this content from people that aren't logged in, and alternatively show this content. And that's where we will go to here. And now I'm actually going to put in that code. You are not authorized to view this resource. Please log in to access it. All right, but now watch what we can do this time. We will go to, well, this is a module. So let's save and close that. We'll go to content, articles. And let's just go, we just need to get some code out of there, which I can probably type out, but I'm a little bit tired right now. We go to here, we're going to go to module, and we're going to insert the login form. So login module ID 16, you'd think I'd be able to remember that. But now, so we go back to conditional content, and please, and instead of saying to log in, click here. Please log in to access it. We're going to put the load module ID there and insert. And so what we have here is code, which I think in the back we can see. Hide access levels from public and guest. Hide the content. Somewhere in there, there is a condition which is load module ID 16 there. Let's try this out. I might have done something wrong. When I'm not logged in, so when I refresh, see? You're not authorized to view this resource. Please log in to access it. And there it is. Now the article is actually, this is in there. Just think of it. There's if people are not logged in, if people are logged in, show this. No, if they're not logged in, show this. If they are, let them see it. So if I log in, you're not authorized to view this resource. Oh, because I'm a super user. Ha. That's to be expected then. Because I said only show this to, let's go back to the conditions. Hide access, public guests. Well, let's see here. I can do this a different way too. Let's select that. Can I open this up here? No, I have to start over. All right. I messed something up here. Use the user group and set levels you want to see the article. Yes. Kind of did change things backwards there. So let's just delete this. Let's put in some dummy content. Paragraphs, insert. All right, so let's take this code here, HTML code, and I'm going to go to conditional content, and I'm going to say, show this I think I did that last time. Show this to user access levels. Let's let all these people see it. We'll let those 3 can see it. All right. Insert. But, oh darn, I did that. I just did that. I forgot to do my other condition there. All right, so control copy, control A, B. All right. I'm going to cut this, control X, conditional content, content. All right, show this. I didn't get the HTML either, so we'll see if that carries through. Show this to these user groups. Oh, and what you're saying, you could use group levels as well. Yes. Let's try that. Ignore. Let's show this to everyone, everyone, and everyone. I could actually exclude. That would be easier. Let's select, that's none. Let's exclude the public. No. Let's exclude public, and how are these all underneath public? That's not right. All right. So include those, and the alternative content, if they're not in that group, would be just this code here. And now we'll insert that. Now let's see what happens. I'll log out. You're not authorized to view this resource, but if I log in and log in and go to read this, then the article shows up, and I didn't do it. All right, so yes, using user group was a lot easier way. So my one mistake there was that I did not put the content in there. I did not put the HTML in there, so I lost all my paragraph marks. Let me show you a use of re-replacer. That is excellent. All right. On this site here, if I go to blogs and this devotional site, articles that this fellow writes, this God's Penman, Thanksgiving Wishbone. As we scroll down, you will see here there's a Google ad and only one Google ad. All right. Let's check out previous version the next week. Scroll down. There's an ad. There's another ad. All right. Now I want to show you 2 things here from one turkey to another. And I have this is in a live stream a long time ago if you want to see the full thing to set this up. We'll go into there. Log in, and we'll go to content, articles. I'm going to filter, by his category, which is God's Penman. And I'm searching by date. So let's open from one turkey to another. All right, we've got the picture here. We've got 2 ads, and we have his signature. In that article, however, there's the picture of the turkey, but you will not find anywhere where the ad is. Plus, you will not find anywhere where the signature is. All right, so this is the signature and the video. This is an ad. This is an ad. And just to show you previously, remember there's only one ad there, and then there's his signature. So here's how Peter showed me how to do this in ReReplacer. Let's go to the article. So components, ReReplacer. And I have a bunch here. It will be, here's Reverend James Snyder's signature. So this ReReplacer searches for any content, the whole content, and it replaces it, this /1, with, this selects all the content, and it and then the content is replaced fully, and then here is the HTML for that signature. Now you think, well, why isn't that on everything? Because this is the pro version, and I have said that it should only be used in the category God's Penman, and only on articles. Now there's 2 other things I have checked here. Use new line modifier and regular expressions. Okay, so we're using a regular expression for searching, so that's good. And I don't understand the new line modifier, but it's a dot meta character in the pattern matches all characters, including new lines. Okay, so I say yes, so that this dot character picks up new lines, if there were any lines in there. Now, so that is how the signature ends up at the end. This ReReplacer says, is this category God's Penman? Yes. Is this an article? Yes. Well, then what I should do is, if there's something, I should take all of it and put it back in again. That's the /1, because that's the one variable that picked up everything, and then put this in at the bottom. Now the next cool thing is this ReReplacer, which is, I have to find out which one it is. Let's see, Google wrap by, it might be this one here. Google wrap by content. Let's check this out. I'll know when I look at it. Yes. Okay, so here's a regular expression here, which is crazy. And what it says is this, that, and of course, Peter helped me set this one up. Count the number of lines that there are, count the number of paragraph marks that there are, or paragraph breaks that there are in a content. And if there are 8, after 8, put in, replace what was there and put an add in. And then this other section here is putting the rest of the article afterwards. I'm not explaining that very well. I can't even fake it, but I'll show you. Count the paragraph marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam, you get an ad. Now, you notice there's only one ad on here because I believe there is another Read more. There's another re-replacer. I'll give you guys all these codes if you wanted to adapt for yourself. I think it's this one. Yes. And this one counts. Oh, and that's what the 4 is. As long as there's still 4 lines left at the end. All right. So this counts 22 and make sure that there's still 4 at the end. The reason being that I don't want an ad right at the bottom making this signature get all wrapped around or too close. So when the article is shorter, if there's 22 lines, it'll put it in if there's still 4 at the end, which is the case in this one. We can count paragraphs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then you get the ad. And there's also, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 paragraphs after, so this gets put in there. Yeah, I'll tell you what Hootlet is in just a sec. And the reason that I did this, I wanted to do this, was because I have, let's see here, that's closed. No, let's find where I'm going here. I have, how many are, I've got, let's see, I've got 50. I have 9 pages. I have almost 450 articles. That seems like a lot for him, doesn't it? But that's crazy. This is over many, many years of adding him every week when he's written and sends this to me. So that's pretty cool. But I not only have that re-replacer applying to his category, but I've created another instance so that it will put ads in all my other pages. So I could quickly put ads in pages by the hundreds or the thousands without having to manually go in and do it. And also I have these regex rules which maintain the formatting. So if it's a very, very short article, you don't even get an ad, but it still looks okay. Hootsuite is a Chrome extension, allows you to share things in your Hootsuite to your social media. Yes. So for instance, it happens when you mouse over a picture, right? So if I hit Hootlet, I can now share that video on Hootsuite, and I can schedule for this post to go out. It's going to generate a link preview here if it works. Yeah, so this is it's not going to share that video, but I can now send this out on through Hootsuite on social media. It's already set to, if I want to send it to this basic Joomla Twitter account, then it will go to there. Also for sharing this whole page, I think I can do that with this Hootlet up here. And I'll actually get a picture from this page sharing the whole URL. So if I want to share this on my social media, just wait for this link to preview. Taking a little while. There we go. And this is why you want your Open Graph properties in place, because it sees what my picture is, and it also takes a description. Eric, thanks for your questions and giving us other things to talk about today, and I'm glad that some of that helps. So you take care and run carefully. So yeah, Hootsuite is a really nice thing. I don't use Hootsuite so much for sending things as I do for lining them up. So for instance, on YouTube, let's say I want to share this video here. What do I want to share? I'm going to right click, copy link address. And then what I do is I have this, I go to the Hootsuite, to my Hootsuite dashboard. And this is how I will send out something to know about live streams. I click new post and I select networks. So I've got these recently used. There's 2, Basic Joomla Tutorials, LinkedIn, and Basic Joomla. Brian, your girlfriend wants to see you. Excellent. 12 hours in front of the computer. Brian, have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for tuning in today. So then as I'm preparing this post for my social media, I can say this is what we are watching today. And then as soon as I post the URL for that, it will give me a preview and some text, and I'll see what's going out, and then I can now post it right away, or I can schedule it for later. And I'm not going to do that, but that's just a quick, no, I'll discard that. That's just a quick way for me to line up and post to multiple social media accounts. So yeah, only 12 hours, Vinny. Yeah, so anything else? The re-replacer stuff, if you want that code, just let me know and I can get it to you. The one good thing about this site that I've got, it has so many pages, it really does help me find things to slam around. I don't know why there's so much white. Oh, that's because there's an ad missing there. Cyber Monday Extended. You know, last night I searched for Black Friday in the subject of my emails and selected all and deleted because I hadn't read them all anyways. And there's like 30 something. So all right, anything else that we can look at? Chuck is laughing at Vinny and Brian. We all know what those long days are in front of the computer. Actually, I quite enjoyed trying to come up with the plan for the live stream last night. Just sat there, learning. But, yeah, I thought, I'm going to find this. This is going to be so great when I have this breakthrough. No, it didn't come. But we will see. Anything else? You notice that chat comes up much more reliably with this latest version of YouTube as well when I put it on the screen. Which, you know, it does get saved for the replay, but I kind of like just having it handy right on the screen. Chuck gave you some good ideas for the theater group. Excellent. Valerie, I would appreciate it, even though it is above my head currently. Very ironically, the person I was referencing on Monday, who wants to game Google, is happy to accept Google ads. Okay. Is that accept to display the Google ads, or is that to they want to run Google ads? I need a haircut. I'm going to get one today. I'm just watching for your reply there. Bibby, thank you for watching today. Have a good night. Oh, they want the ad revenue. Oh, okay. Well, they sign up for AdSense. And then, yeah, it's a bit of a deal. I'll show you, let me look on my screen what I can show you in my AdSense here. All right, here we go. Sign in. Okay, I'm just looking at this horrible here. I think that I can show you stuff that's going on here. What would you like to see, Valerie? Sort of an overview. Oh, it's ironic to try to game them, but they want the same entity to reward you with ad revenue. Yeah. On my in my AdSense, I get. Okay, I see what you're saying. It's a. Yeah, I get some of my clicks on my ads disqualified, and I don't know why. I don't click on my own ads. I don't know if maybe some of my subscribers to my newsletter just click and they have a behavior that doesn't look like that they're actually clicking. I have no idea what they're doing. Oh, what you refer? Oh, yeah, referring to Peter's code for replace. Okay, I gotcha. Realistically, how fast will I get that? I'll have to look up. Let's see. Let's just do that right now. Let's go to my channel. And let's go to a playlist for Watch Me Work live streams. And we'll pause in this video. Look at that. An old basement. I'm pretty much still in the same position as when that was filmed. All right. I remembered as one of those live streams where things did not, where I showed something and then it was easier to do it another way. So I'm going to basically, and this is very early, Watch Me Work live stream number 2 and 3, I think. Anyways, okay, that's the playlist for Watch Me Work live stream. When you're ready for it, you know where to go for it. Let me know. And maybe I don't remember whether I explained it well either. I think I mentioned my plan. I was going to kind of revisit some of the topics of Maintenance Monday. I don't know if I can do Watch Me Work live stream, but 1,574 subscribers. I picked up 10 subscribers over 2 days, a few days ago. All right, well, I wonder. Yeah, there's my AdSense account there. You'll see so far in the last 28 days, I made $110. And my last payment was 106 Canadian. No, it was 138. So this is mostly from that joke site that I have, and funny pictures and illustrations and sermons and devotionals and things like that. So it's there and it is what it is. Yeah, no, that's doing pretty well. I send my newsletter out. I don't even send traffic to I send the traffic to that devotional site that we were looking at. I send that in my newsletter once a week. Otherwise, I haven't. Periodically, I do. Thanksgiving, I sent out. I sent a link to a bunch of Thanksgiving-themed things on my site, jokes and puns and stuff like that. What is that? That's something that just went up on OS training. Yeah, the dream was to just have that running away in the background making money while I sleep. But I've neglected that site. I haven't really pushed it over time because for me, especially full time now, it's a lot of hard work to get another $5 a day. You add new content, you direct it, maybe you make $5-10 from the traffic that I've sent to the newsletter. But you're making $5 for 3 hours of work trying to get it going. And although I have had times where it's done really well, like a page is taken off and gone quote unquote viral, whatever that is, because I used to put my pages in StumbleUpon, it was a real grind for a low return. So, which I think I mentioned in the last live stream, maybe one of my goals, since we've been talking about goals for next year, a whole bunch have been popping in my head. But one of the goals is to use this site more for trying to drive traffic for myself. And it really comes down to, so if I'm only making $100 a month from the thousands of views that this site gets, if I can pick up just a little bit of business for web design or Joomla maintenance or something like that, I'll make more. If it's almost like if I give up the $100 a month and can make more than $100 a month in the long run, then I'll make more with less effort. So, but you can see some YouTube channels. I was watching one where they are working really hard, putting excellent content on pages, and doing all the proper stuff so that Google likes them. They're not gaming Google, but so that Google likes them and shows their stuff, and they come up in search engines, and they're making big bucks. But that's very specialized, and content creation, as we all know, takes a lot of time. So, and I think some of their projects too, before they really start to turn around, take off, it takes a while. So, okay, no, it's not a communication breakdown. Chatting is not the best. Here, I will show you right now. You want that re-replacer code. Components. Wrong site. Wrong site. Components. Re-replacer. Okay. Let's close this one. In re-replacer, this is the code that you put in search. This is to put the signature at the end. So you put that in search, and then in re-replace at the bottom, you put Control V /1 followed by the signature. All right. So that's that one. So that basically says, look at the article and at the end, put this. Take everything, put it back, and at the end, put this. So that can be really nice on an existing site. And of course, the beauty of this is that with re-replacer, if I want to change his signature on all of his pages, I change it once in this place here. All right. This code okay, so I'll type this out. You can copy and paste. This regex will replace if there are more than 8 lines and still 4 to go to the end. 4 or more, and at least 4 remaining at the end. All right. So this you search for that line. See if YouTube lets me paste this. Yeah, so you search for that line and then replace with /1, then your add code, and then at the end put /2. So how that works is this. If I put some spaces in here, 1, 2 brackets, 1, 2 brackets. Okay, so we've got 2 searches here. Basically what this regex is doing is counting 8 lines and taking those 8 lines and making them a thing. That's the /1. And then it looks for all the rest if there's at least 4, I think. But what happens is that it replaces it first of all with 1. So this first section, the first 8 lines, put them back. Then put your code, in this case it's AdSense, and then put the rest that's there. Okay. And actually, it will only do the replacing if there's 8 lines and 4 lines. So it says find the first 8 lines, find the rest, and if there's 8 and there's 4 left over, put that code in. No, I can share a screenshot, but I want you to be able to type it. No worries. I actually should have this on a page on my site, so let me give you the one for this one. Yeah, I don't mind this at all, don't worry. Okay, so this one, search for, this is for, this is basically a variation of the other one, only instead of 8, it's 22. Putting an add lines down. All right, so I have 2 replacers happening. One says, are there 8 lines and at least 4 left? Put this add in here. Then the other one says, are there 22 lines and 4 left? Put one in there. And don't forget to put regular expressions to yes. To yes. And use new line modifier to yes. There you go. And I think I probably could give this a better description, because over here I just have Google ad wrapped by content body 336 by 280 right aligned. I'm going to put God's Penman in there. And then that way I know that that is the thing. Control copy, save and close. And then I'll do the same thing in here, change the comment. Yes, okay, yeah, so don't feel bad. That's the way I do the live streams. Those three. And of course, now you can, so I use those over and over again for different subjects, different categories, because in the different categories, I might have different ad units because I want to track where the revenue is coming from or which ads are being used, or maybe I have different sizes. Yes, add this text to the video article when I put it up. Yes, I will. I need to put, I should put that on my page. So I should find the page where that is. Or I should actually do a quick video of this as well. I should. I need a geek from the local high school that needs to do an internship to come and do a bunch of my stuff for me, making pages and that. So I will include it. And I'm happy to email this to whomever. So, all right. Well, anything else? Is there anything else? Full screen. Let's put the chat on there. And if there's not, thanks very much. Appreciate your patience with me swapping up the topics. I would like to not start out with being confused, at least on a live stream. I get confused along the way. That doesn't bother me, but I think we'll wrap that up there then. Everybody, thanks for watching. And as usual, thanks for your support of the channel. And let's see, December 3rd. December 3rd. Time is going to zip along through this month. December 3rd, that means tomorrow is, December 3rd. It's a Wednesday. That means 3 weeks today is Christmas Eve. How about that? You're welcome, Chuck. Everybody, you too, Vinny, you have a good weekend. Everyone else that's out there, Valerie and Mary, and we'll see you, Lord willing, on Maintenance Monday, unless something else happens and I go live. So, as usual, until the next time, enjoy.